Hi guys, hope you're keeping well and safe. We are doing very well. We've been working really hard and I can't wait to show you what we've been up to, as well as the homeschooling, the baking, cooking, gardening. We've been putting in some hours, so I'm just going to let the update video to run while I chat to you from the background. I hope the pace is slow enough for you to get a good feel of the space. So we've replaced the attic ceiling and skimmed over. It's all looking fantastic, and what's left is to fit the coving. The new wall is looking great. It just needs a bit of skirting board to finish it off. The gap on the floor which the stack used to pass through to the ground floor has been boarded up, and it has made such a big difference to the overall look and feel of the room. And as planned before, the rest of the walls and woodwork will be made good and painted. Removing chimneys frees up so much space within the room. It feels so spacious now, and it gives you a better option for arranging furniture. It's definitely worth doing, especially when dealing with properties which have central heating anyway. That's pretty much it for the main bedroom. Now on to the second bedroom. Again, we've managed to reboard the ceiling and skim them over. Next step will be to put up the coving, which we can't get hold of at the moment due to the lockdown. But the strenuous task of removing the chimney stack has been completed. The wall has been boarded and skimmed over. We have removed the big cupboard which was housing the cylinder before. The floor has been repaired except the bits where some plumbing work is yet to be completed. We will rehouse the cylinder with a smaller cupboard. Knocking chimneys down is messy work, and it's worth doing when the property is empty for obvious reasons. We managed to save plenty of bricks which will be used on another part of the project, but that's for another upcoming video. So if you haven't watched our initial house tour, please see the link below, and please remember to subscribe, drop me some comments, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my posts. Now moving on to bedroom number 3. This is the room with the least amount of work done so far. Again, the ceiling has been boarded up, skimmed, and is now ready for coving. The rest still looks pretty much the same. We have carried out some investigative work on the back wall because it didn't feel right behind the wallpaper, and we've had to do some minor repairs. These kinds of surprises do spring up during refurbishments, but the idea is not to panic, but just to deal with situations as they come. This is why it's always important to allow a bit of reserve financially to cater for these situations. When you refurbish for rental, don't get carried away with doing unnecessary work which doesn't increase the rental return as such. You need to strike a balance. Update the property to the best you can, but sticking to a budget. This is why we do a lot of repairs or refurbish rather than replace. That's pretty much it for the first floor. We haven't touched the landing yet, but we'll take you down to the ground floor. Moving on to the hall, even though we haven't done much yet, the space already feels and looks different. a more inviting entrance in my opinion. It's important to introduce some light colors in dark small spaces as this enhances the overall look and feel. We are pleased with the result, and as planned we've gone for a very neutral palette, which is evident with the color choice of the laminate floors that we've gone for. An entrance hall sets the tone to your home, so it should be a warm, welcoming space. We usually run our floors lengthwise, which gives a stretch effect to rooms and makes them feel larger than they actually are. Some damp patches on the wall, but the problem was very simple to rectify, and that will be explained further when we do the exterior update tour. I love the way it's coming up and can't wait to paint the walls. Now onto the bathroom. As you can see, we've given it a good clean and we're still undecided whether we are making any changes or keeping it as it is. In any case, whatever we do will be minor alterations. This is a classic example of where a good clean can revive fixtures and fittings, saving you money as it eradicates the need to replace. Up next is the lounge diner, where we have the biggest transformation in the house so far. I'm so pleased with how it's all coming out, and it's exactly as I pictured it. Unlike the first floor where we have only skimmed, down here we have done the coving and painting. It looks beautiful and up to date with the flat ceilings and coving. Again, the task of removing the chimney stacks has been completed on this floor, and the space is amazing. This is going to make such a big difference when arranging the furniture. The room has opened up now and feels spacious and airy. You can be guaranteed it will be an amazing, fantastic room for a family to lounge and dine. Nowadays, it's all about open plan living, and we are lucky on this project that the wall which originally separated the lounge and the dining room had already been removed. That equates to a significant saving considering its works we would have had to do to achieve our signature design test. The artexed ceiling in the lounge has been boarded, skimmed and painted. We have also put up some coving to finish it off. The wallpaper wasn't done properly previously and was coming off in some places, so we have redone the lining and what's left is to paint over. We also had to remove the radiators from the walls in the process, and we encountered our first mishap of the project, which we'll touch on at the end. We have carried through the laminate flooring from the entrance into the living spaces, and again boards running lengthwise to give the stretch effect. We have refurbished the old skirting boards and they look as good as new. We have also cleaned all the sockets and switches and they look as good as new as well. Now going back to open plan living. Creating an open plan combined with removing chimney stacks is the best way to increase living space without necessarily increasing the overall footprint of the house. In turn, it adds value to your property. We have carried the floor into the kitchen area as well. It wasn't in the original plan, but we had enough boards and it made sense to do so. The result is magnificent as the spaces are well connected and it just flows.